All right, I am outside of 3629 South Clement or East Clement. Just want to give you guys a feel for the neighborhood right across the street. So you can see from here, it's actually a lot closer than it looks in the video. That right there is Mountain View Elementary School. And so you are 100 yards away from the school here. If you drive around the corner here, the entrance to the parking lot and the playground are literally right there. You're 2 houses away. So this is the house that I'm going to walk you guys through, 3629 Clement. I do want to point out before I go back that on this side of the house, I think you guys mentioned RV parking, but there's definitely room on the side here for an RV, and it goes all the way to the back. There's a double gate back there, so you could pull it all the way through and put it in the back if you wanted to, but it's a good 12 feet wide there. Not taking into account those window wells. So the exterior is brick, but it's painted white, and you can see there's some inlaid lap siding there too. Roof, I would not say it's brand new, but it can't be more than a few years old. So anyhow, driveway has some superficial cracking in there. Oh, I do want to point out also that Ann and Jordan live 2 streets over, almost directly behind this house. It's probably, maybe 100 yards from here. So really close to where they are too. And that courthouse that you guys have been looking at, if we went through the school grounds this way and then turned to the right, court is right over there. So you're kind of on the opposite side of where that house was. Anyhow, walking into the house, it's got a full basement, and it's finished, but it probably could use a little bit more love. You'll see as we get down there. But walking into the house, you're walking right into the great room here. You've got a kitchen, and then this would be like a combined, you can see they've got a dining space set up there and a living room here. Garage is through that door, and obviously the backyard right there. But if I go to the left, there's a hallway there. Your bedrooms and bathroom upstairs are through that hallway. And then immediately to my left, there's this little walkway here, and there's the stairs downstairs. And then this connects back to the hallway over there. So kind of a convenience thing, but if you wanted, you could close this room in on this side, and it would be very small, but you could have you could have it set up like a playroom or a small office or something like that. So I'm going to head over here and just start in the garage just so you guys can see that. Okay. So 2-car garage. Ceilings are, that's probably 10-foot ceiling in here. So there's definitely space up above to store stuff if you wanted to. It's deep enough that you could put in a workbench on the back there if you wanted. You can see there's some shelves and that sort of thing. There's, looks like the sprinkler controls, they've got, it's a smart sprinkler control built in. And then there's a door out to the backyard. I'll make my way out there in a second, but service panel is a pretty new service panel. I don't see a sticker on here, but this has been replaced in the last couple of years anyway. 200 amp service, and there's a bunch of open spots there if you guys want to add in a hot tub or another circuit for anything. It looks like, there's a smart garage door opener here too. So kitchen, this has all been remodeled in the last few years. Really nice quartz countertops, kind of made to look like marble. You've got a pretty unique backsplash there, ceramic tiles, gas double stove, built-in microwave, and then these poles are kind of cool. It's like there's like a little leather loop on all of those. Soft close cabinets, and obviously open shelves. And obviously dishwasher and refrigerator, and then you've got a little island here with a butcher block on it. And that island, the butcher block at least from left to right, is about 6 feet. So I'm going to head out in the backyard. My wife's actually back here right now because there's chickens, and she's very excited about the chickens. She might be hiding somewhere. But so the backyard, you've got a little greenhouse, and there's a bunch of raised planting beds. And then there is a chicken coop back here. And it's really popular in Boise to have chickens and have your own eggs. And the city actually allows any residential lot to have a certain number of chickens. So you've got your own coop here. The chickens probably come with the house too, if that's something you guys would be interested in. So chicken coop. It looks like this is probably irrigation. So I'm assuming they have water rights and tapped into the irrigation here. Whole bunch of raised beds. I'm looking to see if they have these set up for drip irrigation. I don't see drip irrigation lines in here. They might be buried or they might not have them at all, but a lot of raised beds, which is kind of cool. And then you've got another shed over here, and then just a view of the back of the house. All right. And then one thing you might think about too is just that there's no cover for this patio. It's really nice out right now, but in the summers, this would be really hot back here. So maybe eventually putting a cover on there and giving yourselves a little bit of reprieve from the sun if you're going to spend time back there. All right, heading down the hall here. Immediately to the right is the bathroom. So you've got a double vanity. It's kind of a dusty green. Some cool hexagon tiles in the floor and wainscot all around. And then some ceramic tile, 2x1 ceramic tiles in the bathtub. Kind of a cool black penny inlay for those shelves. And then a fiberglass tub down here. Then some built-in linen cabinets. You've got, there's a little broom closet right here. And then you've got 2 bedrooms. So one to the right, one to the left, a couple more built-in closets. This room is probably 12 feet left to right, and I would say 14 feet deep. So decent sized room for an old ranch. And then another bedroom on the other side here. A little bit smaller, probably 10 by 12, something along those lines. And I'm going to swing back this other way to go down the stairs. Sorry if that's a lot of movement, but so there's the front door and that main room right there. And then I'll look down the stairs here. So the basement, there's lots of usable space down here. It's set up kind of funky, but I'll just give you a feel. Obviously there's a bathroom. Right now it's just a powder, but right at the base of the stairs. If I turn to the right, you've got kind of a big laundry room in there. And then we've got another like family room space here. There's no windows in this family room, just to note. So there's your stairs right there. Just to give you an idea of this space, I would say left to right here is probably in the ballpark of 15 feet. And then my back is up against the stairs. And from me to that fireplace, it's probably 18 or 20 feet, something like that. Unfinished ceiling. They just have painted joists and floorboards. But right through here is this laundry room, utility room. Honestly, this could be, you've got utilities here, but you could turn this space over here into a bedroom if you really wanted to. But you've got your main service line right there and some extra storage. So just kind of, I didn't see this before. Actually, this is an old staircase. So that makes sense. That room where the stairs are now used to be a bedroom, and they moved the staircase at some point. So I'm not exactly sure how that aligns with the upstairs, but it's a newer staircase. All right, so coming back through here, bathroom. It's got kind of a cool, this is just a linoleum tile, a 1x1 foot linoleum tile, but it's a pretty cool pattern. And then you've got a 4-foot vanity there and a toilet. There is no shower or bath down here, but there's some empty space right through here in this other room. I'll try to show you. It's dark and there's no light, but you could easily put a shower in there if you were ambitious about it. So coming through here, this is just a utility closet, and it is really dark. I wonder if I can get let's see if I can get the light on. No, it's not going to let me turn on the light. But behind, so this is the furnace, obviously. It's a pretty new furnace. There's no date on it, but it's modern. It's probably 10 years old, give or take. I'm not even going to go back there because you can't see, but there's a water softener and a water heater back behind there, a gas water heater. They're right over here, but there's an empty void that's about 5 by 5 feet behind the furnace and this ductwork where you could pop in from the bathroom and put a shower in there, and it would be a good sized, comfortable shower. You'd take a little bit of work. You'd have to saw through the concrete and connect the drain between either the toilet or the sink under here. You could put the shower right there and have a shower down here if you wanted to. So just a thought. And then here at the end of the hall, there are 2 sort of bedrooms. They have this one set up like an office. It's really small. These windows are too small and high to be egress windows. just for your reference. But this room is probably 9 feet this way and probably 9 feet this way. So it's pretty small for a bedroom, but it'd be fine for a kid or toddler, something like that. There is a closet space here, no doors or anything like that. And then across the hallway here, there's another room set up like a bedroom. It's bigger than that one. There's not a closet in here, but there's 3 windows. Again, none of those are egress windows, but this room, from this wall over to here, that span is, gosh, it's probably at least 15 feet. And then from the back wall where my back is to this wall here has got to be 12 feet. So maybe a little bit bigger. So this is a pretty good size room. It'd make definitely a reasonable bedroom. No actual closet, but you've got this little built-in spot. You could use as a desk, or you could knock that out and just frame that in and turn it into a closet. So anyhow, just kind of doing some digging around for you guys and hoping to find something that will work. So let me know if you have any interest or questions on this one.